Louise Thompson has detailed how her fiancé Ryan Libbey supported her after she nearly died during the birth of their son Leo Hunter in a candid and heartbreaking new post. The former Made in Chelsea star, 31, spent 5 weeks in hospital following serious complications after labor, but her rock Ryan, also 31, was by her side throughout. Louise took to Instagram on Friday to thank him for everything he has done, including calling ambulances, waiting outside operating theaters and sleeping on hard hospital floors. In the post, the television personality told how he had been the hardest year of her life but that he helped her recover when they returned home. She explained how he showered her, changed sanitary towels, injected her and brought her little one to see her in hospital so they could bond. Louise signed off by saying she commended Ryan, who had witnessed things no partner should ever have to, before calling him her rock. Alongside the lengthy caption, she shared several photos of Ryan and their baby together as he cradled him in hospital while he was hooked up to machines. In a sweet snap, the pair sat in front of the Christmas tree where he wore an adorable jumper knitted with his name Leo on the back. She penned, "2021 has been the hardest year of my life by miles. And I really mean that, miles. But there is someone in my life who will have found it equally as hard. This guy, he has had to witness things that no partner should ever have to. He has called ambulances, he has been inside, and outside, operating theaters for hours. He has had to bring up our son as a single parent for the first month plus of his life. He has slept on the hard floor of the hospital for a week. I didn't realize that he would sneak off to the chapel in the middle of the night to pray, and that's before things even got bad. Then he had to come home and organize the entire house whilst looking after a newborn because it was still pretty much a building site. He has coordinated my whole family so that they could come and visit me and minimize the stress. He has had to look after me and the baby for the first few weeks of me arriving home because I haven't been able to look after myself. He has showered me, injected me, changed sanitary towels, washed my hair, cooked for me, cleaned the house, done every food shop, had many sleepless nights looking after the baby, sometimes colicky, driven me to the ambulatory care department for daily drips. Not to mention the fact he kindly brought the baby to the hospital to visit me every day when I was an inpatient so we could bond, even though I was too out of it / hypervigilant to be able to. He never complains. And has still doing the lion's share of the work between the two of us. Ryan, I commend you. I don't know many men who would be able to handle this situation with such grace and fortitude. You are my rock, and I'm so sorry for what you've been through. 2022 better be our year. I will do my best to be strong for you too, heart." The new post comes after Louise took to Instagram on Tuesday to share her first pictures at home with her miracle baby Leo Hunter. Wearing a polka dot dress and fashioning a huge bow in her hair, Louise gently cuddled her baby as they celebrated their first Christmas together, calling them survivors. In one heartwarming shot, Louise kissed her son's cheek, while in another her little boy peered over her shoulder to look at the camera. The new mom paid special tribute to her newborn, with his first 2 initials embroidered onto the end of her pretty blue bear Leo's hair bow from Camilla King. Louise wrote alongside the snaps, "LH, you are our little miracle baby. You are blessed with daddy's beautiful blue eyes and I love you to pieces. Despite the daily struggles, you my proudest achievement." It is also a small miracle that I was able to roll out of bed to throw on a frock and a smudge of makeup, but it was your first Christmas and we had lots to be grateful for." The latest post came after Louise praised the NHS for looking after her but admitted her Christmas was ruined after 2 family members tested positive for COVID-19. Taking to Instagram, Louise shared a photo of herself wearing a protective face mask while confined to a wheelchair and admitted the ongoing pandemic had made her more appreciative of frontline NHS staff. Captioning the photo, she also revealed plans to spend her first Christmas as a mother with loved ones were scuppered after 2 family members tested positive for COVID. She explained, "We all did COVID tests ahead of Christmas Day because a few of our family members are particularly vulnerable, myself included, and it turns out that 2 people were positive so our plans have been scuppered. It certainly wasn't the Christmas that we had planned, but then again neither were the last 3 and I'm still feeling overwhelmingly blessed to be at home and in my little bubble. My experience has got me thinking a lot about this time of the year, especially thinking about all those people that work on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, New Year's Eve etc. Those are days that most people spend celebrating at home with friends/family/loved ones, but others make a sacrifice for the greater good." She added, "It is a necessary sacrifice, but not everyone could do it. A 12-hour shift all through the day or night is admirable on a regular day, let alone on Christmas Day or tonight. I guess I think about it a lot more now because I know and care about a bunch of the ladies who have committed to working today but also because one of my ongoing fears is ending up in the back of an ambulance on an evening where they might be short-staffed. Honestly, where would we be without the NHS? I know where I would be." Revealing the intention to meet her nurses in person, she wrote, "I had actually planned to go into the hospital this morning to give out some cards and a few small gifts to the amazing ladies who looked after me when I was in there. I became pretty close to a few of them, and I know exactly where they will all be, but I messaged ahead to ask and sadly I've been told it's not safe for me to go in right now. I will find a way to say thank you soon." This photo was taken by one of the girls who kindly wheeled me up to the Sky Garden when I was able to move for the first time in ages. I cried buckets. For now I want to say a big thank you to anyone who happens to be reading this who works for our NHS. I want to thank the room full of people who worked through the night to save my life. Many of them were called in from their family homes at an unearthly hour. I met a lot of people with a lot of different roles and every single person is a crucial part in the cog. Louise previously shared the first picture of her adorable son on her page and admitted it wasn't easy to explain what has happened to her in recent weeks. The reality star had announced that she was taking a break from social media on November 14, ahead of the birth, but had since been silent on Instagram up until now. She wrote, "Hello everyone, this post isn't an easy one for me to write. I have so many things that I want to say but at the same time am struggling to find the words to explain what has happened to me and my family, so for now I will keep it quite simple. The reason I have been absent for weeks is because I have been very unwell. 5 weeks ago I gave birth to my beautiful baby boy Leo Hunter Libbey, weighing in at 7 pounds. Unfortunately it wasn't the easiest start for either of us. One ended up in NICU and the other ended up in ICU." Reassuring her followers that Leo was not unwell for long, Louise said, "Whilst Leo made a fairly quick recovery, I have been recovering in hospital for a month with various serious complications. Louise, who was recently involved in a house fire at her mother's house which meant she had nowhere to live while heavily pregnant, said that the two incidents have meant she now has a new outlook on life. In all honesty, I never imagined that so many bad things could happen to me, but to dance with death twice brings a whole new view of the world, a stark reminder of how short and sacred life really is. We need to start living, we need to start loving, we need to start enjoying every minute detail in life. Certainly easier said than done when you're stuck in mental and/or physical purgatory or dealing with serious illness, depression or the fear of the unknown, but if you do have the capacity, then try and cling on to any nuggets of good. And please be grateful for good health. The hard truth is that you don't know how lucky you are to have it until it's too late. Going on to reveal she is seeking psychological support following the trauma, Louise said, "The reality is that I am in a bit of a strange place mentally and physically, and I might be for a while, but that's just part of the me now and part of my recovery. It's not going to be easy or linear, but thankfully I am being offered some very valuable psychological help, and the good news is that I'm starting to experience some good hours as well as bad ones. Sometimes living hour by hour is your only option." She added, "I want to finish with some happy news. I have been given the green light and been discharged from hospital, which means that I'm able to recover from the comfort of my own home for Christmas. For the first time in a month I actually see a future where I get to live peacefully on this earth with my son. I can't wait to start our new journey together as a family of 3 and to start bonding little baby Leo. A massive thank you to everyone who has kept us in their thoughts and prayers. It is working. More thank yous to follow. I'm too overwhelmed and a bit scared right now. But I did want to send a prayer out to anyone who is also suffering and who might need love too. Life can be cruel and Christmas can be hard. It's a good time to remember those less fortunate. There are a lot of them. I've seen it." Louise's partner Ryan, 31, has yet to announce the birth of their little boy on his Instagram, however he has since updated his bio to read, "Daddy."